Little behind the scenes action. This is where the real stuff happens, where the magic takes place. All you haters, don't hate. Go out and make a difference. KG out.
It's a vlog. So we're working with a student today. She's here from Atlanta, and I took the lead this morning on her forehand, so that's why I haven't really been able to talk much to the camera. Sorry about that. But huge like before and after with her this morning. I'm super pumped about it. It's probably one of the bigger visual, like technical transformations from start to finish on a single session that we've had, definitely in a long time. And so she's doing amazing, really happy with how we've led her through the process. She's just becoming more and more aware, and she's hitting some big shots that she's super happy with. So hopefully we'll continue that. Somebody else will probably take a different stroke, and so I'll have a little bit more freedom to let you guys in on what's going on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let me see that.
I hit it too hard.
Isn't it funny how early and fast just seem to be like coupled together? I'm actually really curious about. Okay, so you're right at parallel on that one.
Good. Even
yeah,
though
and you're extended way out in front with your arm. So had you maintained your tempo and your smoothness, I think this would have been a really nice rep. But you see how you got really quick, and you ended up really kind of jerking the racket over. And that's because the earliness equated in your brain to quickness.
Fast,
yeah, exactly.
So I need to split those two concepts and just exaggerate early but same tempo.
Exactly, yes. One more, then Megan will toss two. That's nice, Evelyn. Okay, good execution on both those. Good execution. Keep going.
All right, I need to keep my eye on that ball.
Not too worried about that yet. Let's do one more, and then Megan will toss two. Nice job, nice job. Again. Nice job. Go ahead, go again. Those are your best two executions so far. I want you to try to recreate those two swings again. Same timing and same tempo. Last one. Yeah, good. Nice job. Go ahead, just grab a drink. Go ahead, grab a drink.
Those feel good. Thank you for being patient.
You're doing awesome. I think she's doing good work. It's tough. It's such a nuanced thing, and the sooner she starts, the faster her instinct is to go. There's so many intertwined elements. Does Mike have a AirPod? You listening, Mike? No, he's not listening.
Put in a couple comments, right?
Yeah, I think you thought I could hear you.
No, I just knew you knew I was talking.
Oh, what did you say?
Just have to wait and see if Mike is.
Oh, you left comments for Mike?
Yeah.
Like he
Oh.
just had your mic and he was
Oh,
over
really?
there like that, Mike.
Give me a mic. I can't like not talk. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, Mike.
Oh, she waiting for me? Sounded like you guys are having such a nice conversation.
Always. And we're talking about food.
All right, I'd love to show you what just happened
Okay.
on that last set. You were kind of moving back and forth in timing, and I was trying to just get you a bunch of reps and see if you could kind of work it out.
Did I revert?
You went back and forth several times, and I want to.
Oh, I'm good. Oh, you know all this confusion.
Should take a Manhattan dry.
Two for me.
Get us a picture of those. You're going to see a couple different variations. We're going to see some where you're opening really early, and it's actually, I think, like slightly exaggerated, which is great. And then a couple where you're definitely reverting, and then a couple that are kind of in the middle. And you kind of went from like one to the other. And that's great because it shows that you're working through the
Trying
new.
to self-correct.
Exactly. And so this is an example of really early, and it ends up being basically perfect. Like, this is exactly what we want. We're gonna go through this pretty quick. Early again. Nice job. And it's exactly what we want, that position. Now, this, again, tough shot. We added kind of a different variable, a little bit low contact point. And so you just haven't become familiar enough with this new timing to apply it to a little bit different scenario. And so you're pretty far short.
Right.
Like, now you're parallel.
Yeah.
And
So
awesome correction
that
on
one was good.
the next shot. Yes. And as a coach, like, this is exactly what I want to see, is a poor execution or a reversion, is a better way of saying it, and then on the very next repetition, basically perfect position. Because to me, it just shows that you have enough awareness with what you're doing with your body to make the correction. This is awesome, actually. Nice job.
It's a big improvement.
That's
I can't
the
believe
biggest
that
understatement ever.
I can't believe it
What's that?
can change in just a few hours. I mean, yeah, I thought this would take the whole weekend. I thought it would take the whole 16 hours.
Well, here's the thing. If you go to the airport, jump on a plane, and go back home and go play a match right now, and you looked at video of it, you wouldn't see this.
Right.
Because within the context of a match, you want to win,
Right.
which means you want to hit the ball away from the net player, which means now your focus is on the results, which means you use what you're familiar with, what you're comfortable with. This is a completely different swing than what you're used to, and so you haven't trained it enough yet to be able to reliably create a certain result.
Right.
And so, does that all make sense?
Right.
So as long as your result,
you're going to give me homework
Yes.
to reinforce this.
that's the key. If you want this to become your new forehand, then you have to train it to be a new habit. If you go home and all of a sudden you're put back in an environment where you want to make the shot, you're going to go back to your old habit, because
Right.
that's how you know how to make a forehand,
Right.
is your old way of doing it. And so yes, what we've done in the last couple hours, like, the difference is ridiculous. It's pretty amazing, and that's great. But it doesn't mean you're fixed.
Right.
It's like you said last night. It's just the starting.
Start of the
starting.
journey.
Yes, it's the starting point. And so when you go home, doing the reps the way that we recommend is the key. If you don't do that, then you'll just slowly float right back to the way that you're doing it
Right.
before.
Right.
So
Yeah, so now it's up to me to
Yes.
do the work.
yes, to train a new habit.
Right. And so typically, how long does it take for a new habit? I mean, does it take more than 30 days? Does
That's
it
the
take
question.
3 months?
The answer to that depends on the quantity of the training, the quality of the training, and how many things you're trying to train at once. In other words, if you take the next 30 days and all you do is just work on this forehand mechanic 3 times a week, an hour each, and only focus on that, nothing else. Like, you cut out all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Then it could be 30 days from now you have a new unconscious habit, and it's like, 80% you're executing the way you want. If
If
you
I'm working on this,
Yeah, exactly.
my volley,
Exactly.
And then the whole rest
and
of
you're
my
doing
day.
that once a week, and you're doing like 15 minutes of each,
Yeah.
then maybe I don't know, like, and that's the other variable, is everybody has different levels of kinesthetic awareness, and so I don't know, but those are the variables. And so to the extent that you're narrowly focused and you spend a lot of high quality time, is how much faster it'll become automatic. All right, so we had lunch. I just warmed Evelyn up, and now Kevin and Megan are going through her backhand analysis, and then they'll start working through the improvement steps to show her what to change. It's been a lot of fun to see Kevin and Megan become comfortable with this process, or this system, which is extremely different from a normal kind of lesson environment, lesson process. It's much slower, it's much more methodical, it's much longer, whereas your typical lesson is, relatively speaking, very fast. Things just happen much more quickly. And here we slow things down tremendously. And they were both kind of apprehensive about being able to facilitate that. But I think they've picked it up extremely quickly, and it's been really gratifying for me to watch them kind of make it their own and run with it and really serve our students really well and give them really high quality experience within this kind of framework that we've been working on. Also, something that's been a lot of fun for me is to see the quality of the students raise tremendously. This is something that the team, me and the other coaches have been talking about quite a bit. I don't mean quality as far as like a level of player. I mean quality as far as their understanding of the process. Early on, it was like we had a lot of work to do to get students to just buy into what we were doing because this is so different from a normal lesson. But now, a year and a half, 2 years into doing this kind of experience for players, players have now seen the content, they've watched other players go through it, they identify the value in it, and now Evelyn's been watching these videos for a year before coming here to Milwaukee. And last night at dinner, I mean, she's telling us about how, she's reciting back to us kind of the principles of what we're doing. And so it makes her experience extremely valuable because she's coming in already with an understanding of what she's going to experience, the steps that are going to happen. And so she's totally 100% all bought in already, just walking out of the airport. And so we don't have to convince her of it. She totally just does everything we ask her to. And so the results we get are amazing. And obviously that makes it more fun for us too. So we kind of have this momentum going where the awareness and the quality of the students is getting higher and higher. It makes it more fun for us. We get better results with our students. And so it's an awesome thing to be a part of. So yeah, is that going to sign off? Thanks for joining us today. Hope you got some value out of seeing kind of a little more behind the scenes, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.